Hey guys, Tony Michaels from the Sports Pick Portal back for week 15. Week 14 was one of my best weeks. I went 12 wins, 3 losses, and 1 tie. Hopefully, you guys had cashed in on those plays. Um, it's like I was telling you guys, man, it kind of gets easier as the season goes on, and you kind of figure out matchups a little better, and that's kind of what I do. That's what I specialize in. So, as long as I'm going a little bit over 500 at the beginning of the season and not losing any money, which I did do better than that, but that's what we're looking for. And we're really looking to target like week 13 and on is where we really make our profits. So this video is coming out a little bit late. It is Thursday and there's a Thursday game. Normally I get it out on Tuesday. I had a bit going on. So some of the lines had moved, and like I like to tell you guys is try to lock them in as early as you can, and I already see movement on some of these lines, and we won on some of those games locking them in early last week and weeks before. So Thursday, today, the Jets at the Ravens, it opened up at minus 14 on the Ravens. Now it's minus 16 and 17 in some books. Not a game that I'm going to play, but to give it out to you guys, if you're going to play, the Ravens are trying to lock up that 1 seed. They're going to try to keep their foot on the gas pedal. I do see them maybe resting some guys, which ain't good for me in my fantasy playoffs. But maybe in the fourth quarter, if they're up big and the Jets score a late touchdown to cover, I just don't see it. If you could get the 16, I would probably take it. I think it's still good. The Jets are really struggling to score. Let's go into Sunday. The Bears at the Green Bay Packers. Green Bay minus 4.5. My Chicago Bears are surging. Is it going to be enough? I really don't see it. Green Bay is going to be one of my top plays at minus 4.5. If you could lock it in, I would try to lock it in ASAP. The weather is going to be not so good. And Green Bay and Chicago both play in these conditions. It shouldn't be any snow, I don't think. It's calling for maybe Saturday, but Sunday should be clear. But it will be cold. I like the Green Bay Packers minus 4.5 as one of my top plays. Seattle Seahawks at the Carolina Panthers. Seattle minus 6. The Panthers have kind of thrown in the towel here. They're going to see what they could do with their new interim coach. Rivera's gone, and they showed it last week. I do expect the same results here. There's no reason to keep feeding to McCaffrey to get him injured. So maybe they'll ease up on him, and without him, they really ain't got a shot, guys. So Seattle minus the 6 seems like a logical play for me. The New England Patriots minus 9.5 at the Cincinnati Bengals. The cheating Patriots once again on the news. It's just what they do, guys, and then they're going to continue to get away with it. It's just the way they play. It's the way they put together and say that they're not involved in a lot of these things. But 9.5, they have to win. They haven't been showing much offense. I'm actually taking the Cincinnati Bengals plus the 9.5. People say I'm crazy. Let's wait to get to 10. If you can get 10 and the Cincinnati Bengals, it's not a play I'm going to make, but I do think it's a team that's surging a little bit, playing well under Andy Dalton. Not winning, but playing decent. The Patriots have just been awful. They're probably going to crush this game here. I just can't take it, so I'm going to go with the Bengals. Let's try to get plus 10. Tampa Bay Buccaneers minus 3.5 at the Detroit Lions. Detroit has no answers here. They're having struggling scoring. Tampa Bay could score. Every finger is pointing in Tampa Bay's direction. I normally don't like that, but I'm going to go with Tampa Bay minus the 3.5 here. Denver Broncos, my upset special last week, got it done at plus 380 for you guys. Cha-ching! So now they're going against the Kansas City Chiefs in Kansas City, minus 9.5. Seems like a lot of points for a team where Mahomes is still a little banged up. And the Denver Broncos are a team, that's surging a little bit. They're playing well. I think they play well enough to stick around in this game. It's a division rivalry game. Those games are usually closer than people think. I would take the Denver Broncos before it changes at the plus 9.5. Miami Dolphins at the New York Giants. New York Giants minus 3.5. I'm not sure how many the Giants lost in a row. Is it 7, 9 in a row? Something like that. Some crazy number. They're supposed to win this game. Okay, they win the game. Miami's playing a lot better than them right now. And Barkley doesn't look like the Barkley of last year. I'm going to take the 3.5 points, and I'll say the Giants get their win, but not by 3.5. So I'm taking the Dolphins plus 3.5. Houston Texans at the Tennessee Titans. Tennessee minus 3. I just can't, for the life of me, just buy into this Tennessee team. Houston is a team, when they're not supposed to win, they win. And I've been telling you guys this for years that you've been listening to me, especially this year. And Texans are a team, like I said, they're not supposed to win, they win. And when they're supposed to win big, they get killed. And that was the last week with the Denver Broncos. This is a game that they have to win. Both teams have to win, but I like Houston Texans as a team overall. A lot more athletic, I say, and I think they get the job done as one of my top plays. Philadelphia Eagles minus 4.5 at the Washington Redskins. Another division game, meaning a lot for the Philadelphia Eagles here. They don't look good, and they're banged up. And Washington put together a couple wins here, and I like what McLaurin's doing. He's going to be hard to cover in this game. And Philadelphia really doesn't have anybody to throw to, and they don't have a running back. I mean, they got a guy named Boston I don't even know who he is. Miles Sanders is the guy. The team just doesn't know what to do right now. They're in panic mode. They have to win, or, the Cowboys have to lose, in which they probably will. I like the Washington Redskins plus the 4.5. Division game. I expect an over here. It's only 39. It's going to be a big play for me. Cleveland Browns at the Arizona Cardinals. Arizona is plus 2.5. Cleveland road favorites. Okay, Arizona hasn't been showing much. I did pick them. That was one of my 3 losses last week. They had a chance to win that game. They're at home, another chance. I'm going to stick with my Cleveland Browns minus the 2.5. If you could get it, lock it in. Jacksonville Jaguars at the Oakland Raiders. Oakland minus 6.5. Jacksonville hasn't shown much. Oakland Raiders haven't shown much. It's a game where most of the betting public is probably going to be on the Jacksonville Jaguars here. Not me. I'm going to go with the Oakland Raiders. Get the 6.5. I do think they win by a touchdown at home in the black hole. Minnesota Vikings at the LA Chargers. Minnesota minus 3. I got here on my notes from earlier in the week. Yeah, so that's about right. I did figure that Minnesota would be favorite. They have a winning record. The Chargers have played this division very well. Beating the Chicago Bears, beating the Green Bay Packers. So I think they could beat the Minnesota Vikings. I mean, it's a pretty evenly matched game. I do expect Keenan Allen to come out balling here in fantasy playoffs. So that being said, I do think that the Chargers are going to win this game, but take the plus 3 just in case. LA Rams minus 1 at the Dallas Cowboys. Speaking of the Dallas Cowboys, it's going to be a tough game. LA's finally got it rolling. I still don't think they're going to make the playoffs like I said in week 1. But they are rolling and they are playing very well. So that being said, Dallas has to win and LA has to win. And the Rams are playing much better. They're leaning on Gurley a little more. That's going to open up the passing game this week. I expect Cooper Kupp with a monster game. I wouldn't be surprised if Dallas comes out winning this game, but I just can't do it. What they've showed me the last 3-4 weeks, I know you're not supposed to look back. You're not supposed to look back to the last week, but you can look back several weeks, and if there's a consistency, they're not it. So I'm taking the LA Rams, and I normally don't do the minus 1, but I'll do the minus 1 here. If it's a push, it's a push. Atlanta Falcons at the San Francisco 49ers. San Francisco minus 11. I do have the San Francisco 49ers minus 11 here on my early picks. I'm going to stick with them. The Falcons could be a team that puts up numbers. You know, I think that the public's going to be on the Falcons. So wait on this line, guys. You could probably get the 49ers at 9.5, 10. I think 9.5 is a safe bet here. Falcons should try to keep it close, but I just think that the 49ers have way too much firepower, and you know, Matt Ryan's going to continue to make his mistakes, especially in San Francisco against this D. They really ain't got no shot here. So take the 49ers and wait to game time. And we got the 49ers here. I got my Super Bowl hat on. I'm ready. Buffalo Bills at the Pittsburgh Steelers. This could be my play of the week. I like a lot of games this week. Expect to win a lot of money. Spread it around a little bit. But the Buffalo Bills are just a team that I don't think they're very good. They're going to get eliminated in the first round of the playoffs. You know, they don't have that offense that they need. Their defense is good. But Pittsburgh at home is just something to me. I mean, it's going to be a defensive touchdown or whatever it's going to be, a kickoff return, something like that. I'm saying a defensive touchdown here. I've called it in the past. I just think that this team, you know, is definitely surging among all the surgers here. Coach Tomlin's should be coach of the year. I mean, he's playing with a team. I don't even know half of these players until, you know, this last couple weeks. Pittsburgh minus the 2. I'll stay away from minus the 2. I'll take the minus 125. I see it at. I would lock it in as my play of the week on a Sunday night. And then we're going to go to Monday. The Indianapolis Colts at the New Orleans Saints. New Orleans minus 9.5. Whew, this is a tough game. I like the Colts plus the 9.5. I just think it's going to be, you know, a primetime game. I know T.Y. Hilton's probably not going to play again. I just think that the Colts defense is decent, and you know, you're not going to get what you got last week from the Saints. They're at home. They're going to try to put on the show. I do think they score, but let's say it's 30-20. I think that everybody's going to jump on the Saints late, so try to wait on this game till Monday. You could maybe get them at plus 10.5 if you could have to buy it up. It's not a game that I'm really going to play. But I think the Colts plus the 9.5, 10, it'll get the job done. This is Tony Michaels from the Sports Pick Portal. I hope you guys are cashing in. And make sure you keep watching the videos because I keep giving out winners. And this whole entire year is on me. I just want to prove to you guys how good I am. Thanks, guys. I'll see you.